I'd like to give a big shout out to the Hoodoo Gurus, who have given us permission to use part of their song, That's My Team, as our new podcast episode intro for all of their music. And whenever they are going live or performing live, head to their Facebook and their Instagram. The links will be in the description below. Be sure to give them a like and a follow as well on Facebook and Instagram. Welcome back, everyone, to the Final Tackle podcast. We have a special guest interview today. We are joined by former New South Wales, Penrith Panthers and Brisbane Broncos hooker and halfback Peter Wallace. Thank you for joining us here today, mate.
No worries, mate.
So let's get stuck into the questions, shall we? Question one is a bit of a statement and a question. You had an absolutely stellar career, and congratulations on that career. Starting at the Panthers, you made your debut in 2005. What was that like for you and the week leading up to it?
Yeah, thanks, mate. It was obviously a dream come true. You know, I was working at the time. Actually, I was a painter before I started, before I went full time in footy. So,
oh, nice.
I was nearly finished my apprenticeship as a painter. So, I was at work.
That would have been a tough decision to make, as in whether to go through with the apprenticeship or, you know, pursue the dream sort of thing. Sorry, continue.
Yeah, no, it was, it wasn't hard at all. It was a bit of a stopgap, mate, really.
Fair enough. It was to bide your time until you made it.
Yeah, well, that was the plan. So luckily it turned out. And I wouldn't want to be painting the rest of my life. So.
Fair enough.
But, no, it was, it was unreal. Obviously, to play one game of first grade was a dream come true. And that's, as a kid, that's what you dream of, you know. I've loved footy ever since I started playing when I was 6, and so that's all I really want to do, you know. So it was a bit surreal to finally get the opportunity to play first grade. Made my debut. I was down in Canberra. It was on a Sunday.
Perfect conditions then.
It was, yeah. So I was sort of back into I was just after, it was Origin time actually, because so Gary got caught into Preston and Craig Gary in the halves at that time.
Yep.
Gary got caught into Origin, and I was lucky enough to get caught up and was playing reserve grade, and made my debut in Canberra. It was a pretty surreal week. I remember I was at work and the paper used to come out and they'd have the team list on a Wednesday, I think it was, or a Tuesday.
Yeah.
And to see your name in the paper.
You were like, what?
Yeah, it was, pretty surreal, and, obviously friends and family pretty excited for you and that, so.
No, that's awesome.
It was awesome week leading up, obviously a dream come true, so very memorable. We lost the game, unfortunately, but yeah.
So sort of a bittersweet, you know, even though you lost, you probably would have walked into the sheds with a smile on your face, you know?
Yeah, I remember I was buggered. It was the fastest game of footy. It felt like the fastest game of footy I've ever played, but
oh, wow.
Yeah, that's obviously disappointed we lost, but
fair enough.
Over the moon that got to play first grade, and that was the only game I played that year, so it was sort of back in the year. Gary come back and finished the year pretty strong. So
yeah, nice.
So
speaking of the representative footy time with New South Wales and whatnot, you played 4 games for New South Wales. Congratulations on that. And which platform, level of the game did you prefer to play? Did you prefer regular season or rep season? Again, to play Origin was dream come true as well. You know, my debut was probably one of the highlights of my career. Played Origin, we actually won that game. Won a few that New South Wales won over that period. Yeah. I follow Queensland, so that's all good.
Yeah, you'd be pretty happy then.
Yes.
So it was that week as well. Leading up to that, it was pretty crazy. I think it was an awesome build up, best week of your life really. The first time you go into camp and being around the best players in the game, and then playing the Origin itself. You know, I've got to play in Sydney, so I got to play in front of friends and family, and and to win the game as well was
would have been unreal.
It was, yeah. So that was awesome. Unfortunately, the 3 other games we lost, got injured, and got dropped. So in the space of 2 years, sort of tasted, I suppose, all that goes on with Origin. I was pretty disappointed the way the Origin career sort of finished. Didn't play to the level I was hoping I could in that series, and unfortunately never played again. But obviously to play for New South Wales, representing state, it was pretty cool.
Nice.
But yeah, I think week to week, unfortunately, to play with the same group of boys every single week, you become pretty close and tight as a group, and I love playing Origin for the brief time I did, but I love playing club footy the week in, week out, with the same group of boys. Unfortunately, didn't get the chance to win a premiership. Went sort of close a few times, but that would have been the pinnacle. I think to win a comp would have been unreal. But so if that answers your question, I think sort of playing week to week was probably I think to win a comp would have been put the icing on the cake, but unfortunately it wasn't.
That's fair enough, mate. And speaking of, club playing and all that, you, after a few years at the Panthers, you then went over to the Brisbane Broncos for about 5 years. Did Wayne say anything that convinced you to go to the Broncos, or was it a number of deciding factors?
No, Wayne played a pretty big part in it. I was off contract at the time at Penrith.
Yep.
I was in talks with them whether to re-sign or not. And it came out of the blue, really. I think there was a interest from a couple of other clubs, but Brisbane wasn't really on the radar. And then sort of out of the blue, Wayne called my manager, and then I just remember the manager giving me a call and saying, "Are you right to talk? Wayne Bennett's going to give you a call in a second."
and you're like, what?
It was a bit of a spin out, and so I spoke to Wayne, and he sort of said he'd like me to come up there and play halfback for the Broncos, and he thought I'd be a good fit to play alongside
Lockie,
and good fit for the team. So he was a huge factor in going up there, and it was an opportunity I couldn't pass up in the end.
I get you.
I grew up always wanting to play for Penrith, and it was a hard decision to leave, but the opportunity to play for the Broncos are such an iconic club, and obviously play alongside future immortal and get coached by probably one of the best coaches ever to coach in the game was too good to pass up.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. Well, speaking of, as you said, with a future immortal, that sort of ties in with the next question, which is, what was it like playing alongside and also against, when you were at the Panthers, a definite future immortal in Darren Lockyer?
It was awesome. He really, I suppose, the way he prepared for games, looked after himself, his recovery. It was just a pro. And obviously the way he played. He's a match winner, done everything in the game. So that was awesome. Learned a lot off him.
And did you take those experiences with you back to Penrith?
Definitely. Just played alongside him, sort of how he played the game, his leadership as well.
Yep.
So learned a lot of the lessons off Lockie, and obviously, everyone knows his stature in the game. But it was pretty cool too to be able to play alongside him for his final few years. I remember his last game. Typifies him.
Yeah.
Pretty much getting knocked out, breaking his cheekbone, and then kicking a field goal to win the game for us.
If that doesn't sum up Lockie in one experience, honestly, I don't know what does.
No, that's right. He's match winning. The amount of times he put on a clutch play to win, Origin, Tests, World Cups, you name it. So, he was a special player.
Did you play any different positions when you were growing up, or as a teen, or even in reserve grades?
Played a bit of. I played a bit of 5A, but that's pretty much the same as half. Played a bit of lock when I was a bit younger, sort of mid-teens. That was about it, really.
Yeah, fair enough.
Other than that, I was in the halves or hooker.
Is there anything you miss and don't miss about the game, playing in particular?
Don't miss. Probably the big bodies that they got now. And,
Yep.
I remember when I first started, the wingers and that weren't always the biggest. But now it seems that every bloke on the field's up around the 100 kilo mark, and bigger, stronger, powerful. So, yeah, tackling those blokes I don't really miss. But I do miss the competitive nature of it,
Yeah.
having something to look forward to at the end of each week, to go there, compete, and that feeling after you do it up all week, the preparation, go out there, perform well, win the game. That feeling in the sheds after the game is something that you don't feel anywhere else, and that's probably the one thing I really miss about not playing. But yeah.
We've got 2 more questions before we go into the partner questions and sponsorship questions. What is your take on the 2019 season as it's coming to a close? Are there 2 teams you think we will see on Grand Final Day?
It's been a strange old year for us, that I don't know if many teams have lost 6 in a row and then won 6 in a row before. It was pretty bad. It was a pretty low point in the season for us, and
I can imagine. And then also with the off-field dramas, not just the preseason, but also Gus and all that, just would have been a spanner in the works as well.
Yeah, it has been. It's a bit of a stop-start season, and as in terms of 2 teams, I think Melbourne and the Roosters, I think, are the benchmark.
Yeah.
Every possibility that it'll be a grand final replay from last year. I think Canberra could be a dark horse on their day.
Yep.
Yeah, I think probably they're the only other team that could probably match those 2.
And we're just going into 2 questions, one from each of those partners and sponsors. The first one is from Rugby League Away Day. Who was the jokester at the Panthers during your time at the club?
Probably Jeremy Lattimore would be the
Lats, yeah.
Latsy, yeah.
I've seen on the Dragons players' Instagrams as well. He seems to be quite a larrikin.
He is, yeah. He's a good man, Lats.
Nice.
Lots of fun. He's a really good team man.
Apparently, he used to be quite tight with money, sort of thing, with shouts and whatnot. Can you confirm that?
Yeah, he'd have to be the tightest in the game, I think. Definitely.
Thank you very much. You heard it here first, guys. And we've got Leeds RLFC stickers. If you could have played in the Super League, which team would you have played for?
Yeah, I think it'd be one of those teams, Leeds, sort of St Helens, Wigan.
The top tier sort of teams?
Yeah, definitely. I think, I would, if I could have my time again and preserve the body a bit better, I would have loved to go over there and have a crack at the Super League and, to play in a Challenge Cup final or something like that. I think it'd be unreal. So.
Oh, for sure. Well, thank you much for answering those questions. It's now time for Try Time Trivia. 6 quick-fire questions to represent a set of 6. Question 1. What was the 2017 home ground of the Bulldogs?
Ainsworth Stadium.
Yeah, mate. Yep. Question 2. Who briefly replaced Wayne Bennett at the Broncos in 2009?
Ivan Henjak.
Yeah, mate. Question 3. What was the result of the 2017 State of Origin series? Not the score, sorry, I should specify. Which team won and how many games did they win?
New South Wales.
No.
2-1.
2017 was Queensland 2-1. Question 4. Who was awarded the J.J. Giltinan Shield as minor premiers in 1990?
1990. Would that be Canberra?
Yes, it was. Question 5. Which Super League club did St. George beat in their first game of the 2015 World Club Series?
2015. I want to say Warrington.
Yep, that's right. And
Yeah,
question 6. Who was the top point scorer for the Penrith Panthers in 2016?
Nathan Cleary.
Yeah, mate. I want to thank you very much on behalf for joining us here. Do you have anything that you would like to say to the listeners, whether it's a plug for Instagram or just in general advice to any of the listeners?
No, just thanks for having me, mate. It's been really good, and yeah.
Thank you very much. I would love to get you back on at some point next season.
Yeah, for sure, man. That'd be great.
Thank you.